Hi, my name is Ian Lepkowski, and I'm here to recap Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 6, Beyond the Wall in 5 minutes or less. As the episode begins, Jon Snow and the White Walker capture team have embarked upon their mission beyond the wall. Jon attempts to give his Valyrian steel sword, Longclaw, back to Jorah, since it previously belonged to Jorah's father. However, Jorah feels that he has disgraced his family and has lost the right to inherit his father's sword. In Winterfell, Arya reminisces about Sir Roderick as a segue to accuse Sansa of disloyalty to the Stark family. Seeing that Sansa is confused, Arya reveals that she has found the Raven Scroll, the betraying one that Sansa wrote to Robb when coerced to do so by Cersei. She tries to explain her actions as the mistakes of a young girl trying to save her own life while also hoping to save her father's. Sansa deflects Arya's accusations of betrayal. She reminds Arya that it was her aid from the Knights of the Vale that won the Battle of the Bastards, not Jon Snow. They continue to bicker and the scene ends without resolution. Jon Snow and Beric Dondarrion, two men raised from death by the Lord of Light. They have a conversation about the meaning of their lives. Jon is not sure why he's alive, but Beric says that they are here to fight for life. Death is the enemy, the first and the last. The enemy always wins, and we still need to fight him. Tyrion has a conversation with Daenerys. He comments on the connection building between her and Jon. He also questions her decision-making with the burning of the Tarleys. She affirms that her decision was not impulsive, but necessary, and rightly reminds him that he recently made bad decisions with Dorne and Highgarden. The White Walker capture team is attacked by a white polar bear. Thoros is bit, some faceless wildlings die, but they ultimately defeat the white polar bear. Sansa talks to Littlefinger. He lies and says he doesn't know where Arya found the note. Sansa is confused because she doesn't know what Arya thinks, and Littlefinger suggests that maybe Brienne can help resolve the dispute. The White Walker capture team encounters a small party of White Walkers. The team decides to attack, and when Jon kills the lead White Walker, the rest of his minions fall except one. As they're restraining him, he screeches for help and summons a vast number of the White Walker forces who seem to have been waiting nearby. Realizing the severity of the situation, Jon has Gendry run back to Eastwatch to send Daenerys a raven, telling her what happened. Though they could all flee, Jon refuses to abandon the mission. The group finds themselves isolated in the middle of the ice on a small island. They spend the night on the island, and Thoros, who appears to have forgotten that he wields a flaming sword, has frozen to death. Sansa is invited to King's Landing, but she sends Brienne. Gendry's raven reaches Daenerys, and Tyrion begs Daenerys to do nothing. But she has done nothing before because of listening to him, and she will not do nothing again. The army charges the island, and the two groups begin fighting. Tormund almost dies, but then he's alright. Similar to the Battle of the Bastards, Jon backs himself into a corner where he's almost going to die, and then he is saved by a powerful woman. Jon tends to be somewhat of a lucky idiot. Daenerys is about to save everyone on Drogon, and Jon almost comes along, but at the last second realizes he needs to run forward and start attacking the Whites. While that is happening, the Night King grabs an ice spear and launches it perfectly through Viserion's neck, ending his life. Why the Night King shoots for Viserion in the air instead of Drogon with the team on his back on the ground in front of him is a mystery for another day. Jon is tackled into the ice water by Whites as he urges Daenerys to simply fly away. The Night King fires another ice spear, which Drogon is luckily able to dodge. It seems as though Jon would have died, but it turns out he was just taking a dip beneath the ice and he's completely okay. As he tries to escape, he attracts all of the attention of the White Walkers that were just about to walk away. But oh wait, here comes Jon's uncle Benjen Stark, here to save the day. No one explains how he knew to arrive at exactly that time, but it's okay. He gives Jon his horse, which looks big enough to hold two people, and then commits suicide. Did he think the horse wasn't fast enough? Sansa finds Arya's faces in her bag and confronts her. In response, Arya conducts a strange Game of Faces style interrogation. Then Arya tells Sansa she could kill her and take her face at any time before handing Sansa her knife. Wait, what? It's a tense and awkward scene, and it's difficult to tell if Arya is testing Sansa, in a way, or if the two are genuinely fighting. Jon makes it back alive. He awakens to Daenerys sitting at the edge of his bed. He holds her hand and does his best to comfort her for the loss of Viserion. As reparations, he is ready to bend the knee. As the episode comes to a close, we see the White Walkers using their industrial-style chains to lift the dead Viserion from the lake. In the last moment, we see him awaken with a newly blue eye, confirming him as the newest addition to the White Walker army.